Eli Manning was nearly perfect for the first 59 minutes of the New York Giants' 28-27 loss to the Indianapolis Colts in Week 16, but on his final pass attempt of the game, he threw an interception that ended the team's chance of making a comeback victory. Manning was afforded less than 1 minute of game clock and just one timeout after the Giants mismanaged the clock down the stretch of the fourth quarter. After running back Saquon Barkley made a poor decision to not get out of bounds on a short pass underneath, thus keeping the clock moving, Manning made his only mistake of the game. With just 30 seconds remaining, only one timeout, and needing at least another 30 yards to give Pro Bowl kicker Aldrick Rosas any kind of chance, Manning tried to fit the football into a tight window on a throw into what appeared to be triple coverage. Manning hoped to connect with reserve wide receiver Benny Fowler, who has been working essentially as a starter in Odell Beckham Jr.'s absence, and the ball was intercepted. Despite the fact that he was playing without Beckham, Manning finished 25 of 33 for 309 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, and 1 interception. This did not stop fans from bashing Manning for his interception. This faction of fans does not want Manning to return at quarterback for the 2019 season, and this is how they plan to make their case. We have all of their reaction to Manning's game, his future, and what fans are buzzing about after the Giants' 28-27 loss to the Colts in Week 16. Let's dive right in. Manning fired the ball into a tight window and put a little too much velocity on his pass. The result was an interception. Fans are angry that Manning made this decision, to take a chance and throw into tight coverage, but prior to Week 16, he was more hesitant to take these kinds of chances. According to Pro Football Focus, here are the leading quarterbacks in check-down passes during the 2018 season: Derek Carr 56, Blake Bortles 52, Eli Manning 50, Andrew Luck 49, Case Keenum 46. 2011 Eli decided to show up to show the Colts who their daddy is. My God. In Lucas Oil Stadium, the same place Manning had arguably his best individual game of his career, during the Super Bowl in 2011, the veteran two-time Super Bowl MVP is off to a hot start. Manning has completed 8 of 11 pass attempts for 118 yards passing and a touchdown through the first 2 offensive possessions of the Giants' Week 16 game. Manning capped off the second Giants' offensive possession with a 3-yard touchdown pass to tight end Scott Simonson. The touchdown pass was nice, but fans are buzzing about the 55-yard completion he made to wide receiver Sterling Shepard on a 3rd and 11 play where Manning sidestepped the immediate pressure and delivered a perfect pass in stride down the field. It was vintage Manning. It was the 2011 version of Manning. Shush. They really don't think we know. Lol https://t.co/t5zspn4peg. Carl Banks, at Carl Banks G. December 23, 2018. Banks has made it clear on numerous occasions that he believes Eli Manning is still capable of playing quarterback at a high level. He is still the Giants' best option in 2019 as their starter, and that it's not even close. Banks shares the belief in Manning's ability to win inside the pocket, most important for January football. This view is shared by a faction of Giants fans who also believe in Manning's ability to make clutch plays if the Giants are in position to win games. In this game, Manning's clutch plays came before the fourth quarter. Although it was only one mistake, his interception was a costly one, and in the clutch moment that Banks bad Eli, maybe he'll get better at screens in his 16th season. Pick.twitter.com/5G3W3EARG5, Dan Duggan, @Dadugan21, December 18, 2018. These stats are certainly alarming. HTWBG84 on Twitter, *. These stats were compiled prior to the Week 16 slate of games. Eli's TD passes by half this year: first half, 7; second half, 11. 8 of Eli's 11 second-half TDs this year have come in the fourth quarter. He's thrown 3 TDs in third quarter in 14 starts. 37.5% of Eli's fourth-quarter TDs came after trailing 11 on drives starting at 5:45 left or less. Theo has run all of the same concepts. QB declines Engram's flat route on the 3-level flood. RZ windows are tight and the influence of the makes this play, not sure about this PC in RZ. There is never a lot of time to work within the red zone, so the best quarterbacks get rid of the football accurately and fast. We saw this all game with Colts quarterback Andrew Luck, who got the ball out of his hands lightning fast. Getting rid of the ball fast has a lot to do with how fast a quarterback can process the defensive coverage. Manning has struggled with processing in the red zone and accurately delivering touchdowns. Evan Engram balling out today and should have 2 touchdowns. Engram is finally healthy and starting to make explosive plays as a key cog in the offense after dealing with a nasty sprained MCL injury and a hamstring injury that has cost him more than a quarter of his second NFL season. Engram was used in a variety of ways against the Indianapolis Colts and was a focal point of the offensive game plan. Engram's after-the-catch burst is unique and you can see why the Giants made the decision to draft him. This play was a perfect dime by Eli Manning with a blitzer bearing down. Some fans are still unable to accept having their quarterback turning the ball over at a high rate, and this is one of the core foundations for their argument as to why the Giants should release Manning during the 2019 offseason. According to Pro Football Focus, most turnover-worthy throws since 2007 to 1. Eli Manning 257-2. Drew Brees 224-3. Carson Palmer 221-4. Jay Cutler 201-5. Ben Roethlisberger 196-10. Cam Newton 169-13. Peyton Manning 135-14. Andrew Luck 134-16. Mark Sanchez 114-16. Tom Brady 114-18. Aaron Rodgers 103. This PA throwback pass has been lethal for many. I wrote about it a few weeks for the It's simple complexity coupled with a QB delivering the ball on schedule with good placement. When the Giants' offense is rolling, play caller Pat Shurmur appears to be one step ahead of everyone else. Bag. He was also just inches away from scoring a touchdown on 2 separate plays. On the first play, Engram appeared to get in the end zone and over the goal line, but the Giants decided not to challenge the play. This was Engram's first combined 100-yard game of the season. Caption: this look picked out twitter.com/SMM was one nudge Justin Tuck at Justin Tuck, December 23, 2018. Tuck was intently watching the Giants today, hoping to see signs of what's to come in the 2019 season. I'm hoping that this is an inside look of the 2019 Giants. Justin Tuck at Justin Tuck, December 23, 2018. Earlier this game, Justin Tuck tweeted out his excitement after the Giants jumped out to a big lead against the Colts, but the game turned fast on him. Following the late-game interception by Eli Manning, Tuck was at a loss for words. Bet that Colts will start to blitz this form if Shep is best route runner on NYG. The Giants' lack of consistency in the passing game is what has haunted them in the second halves, specifically the fourth quarters, of key games like this one. Shepard finished with 113 yards receiving on 6 receptions, but he did almost all of his damage in the first half. Eli Manning on key moments from Sunday's loss. While the veteran quarterback has made serious strides when it comes to protecting the football, he is on pace to have his lowest turnovers combined of his career, and while his overall stats look strong, completion rate, TD, int ratio, quarterback rating, he has also struggled in some key spots the Giants need him to come up big in. Manning's red zone accuracy has been down and he is not converting passing touchdowns at a high rate. Manning has just 19 touchdowns through 15 games. Out of all quarterbacks who have started all 15 games in 2018, only a select few have thrown for fewer touchdown passes. Red shirt fresh feel will help, but even basing in quarters they need another CB. Webb not set the Colts up in a goal-to-go situation with an unnecessary penalty as we see above. Webb has graded out as one of the NFL's worst starting cornerbacks, per PFF, and that ranking has recently dropped after an ugly stretch of football. Webb is not playing himself into a position where he will be resigned with the Giants as the starter. He could certainly come back as depth, but the Giants need to upgrade their other starting cornerback position during the 2019 offseason. Update, with Jets 44-38 loss to Packers in OT, Bills move into a tie with Giants for the number 7 pick due to same SOS.523. With a last-minute loss, the Giants put themselves in a better position for the upcoming draft. The best teams have turned things around on the back of multiple strong draft classes stacked over and over. Just look at what the Chicago Bears have done to recently turn their franchise around for proof. The Giants have knocked out one draft class, or at least this appears to be the case. Their first 4 draft picks under first-year general manager Dave Gettleman have all made big contributions already in 2018, Saquon Barkley, Will Hernandez, B.J. Hill, and Lorenzo Carter. Undrafted rookies Grant Haley and Tae Davis are also now playing the vast majority of defensive snaps. They need another class like this past one in 2019 and NFC East champs by the years 04, PHI 05, NYG 06, PHI 07, DAL 8, NYG 09, DAL 10, PHI 11, NYG 12, WSH 13, PHI 14, DAL 15, WSH 16, DAL 17, PHI 18. That's now 14 consecutive seasons that the defending NFC East champion did not repeat the following year. NFL update at My Sports Update, December 23, 2018 Cliff Notes version. After allowing only one score by the Colts in the first half, the defense allowed 3 touchdowns in 4 second-half possessions. Colts were 4 for 4 in the red zone. You can't win with a defense playing like that. Big Blue Interactive, at Big Blue Interact, December 23, 2018 The Giants' defense was abysmal in the second half and displayed a key role in their struggles. As noted above, the Giants gave up touchdowns on 3 of their 4 second-half possessions. Giants offense, and quarterback Eli Manning especially, did an excellent job keeping up in what turned out to be a shootout. The offense fell prey to circumstance on their final 2 offensive possessions. One, they were backed up inside their own 1-yard line due to the Colts' special teams and the Giants' offensive penalties. On the other, they had just 1 minute to go with 1 timeout. You can't blame Manning and the offense for that. This defense still has a long way to go. Apparently, he's not even one of the top 5 QB of his era. I'd honestly put Eli before I put Ben. The Steelers have consistently graded out as a top offensive line each season, and specifically since Mike Munchak was hired as offensive line coach in 2013. On the flip side, Manning has played behind one of the NFL's worst offensive lines since the 2009 season. The players can see this, especially when they throw on the game film. This is the case for Saints defensive end Cam Jordan. Dearest mother, you may breathe once more, for we were victorious over the Giants. They attempted to squish us, but we were prepared for their massive limbs. I have never been more proud of these men. Winning was never a guarantee, but we all dug deep and battled as one. Andrew, Capt. Andrew Luck, at Captain Drew Luck, December 23, 2018 This account is obviously one that revels in good-natured fun, but the overall assessment is correct. The Giants battled hard against a Colts team who was desperate for a victory to keep their playoff hopes alive. Had the Giants pulled off the upset victory, on the road, against a team they were double-digit point underdogs against, it would have been a sweet victory. Regardless, the team continues to fight hard for first-year head coach Pat Shurmur, even if the talent is not all there yet on the defensive side of the ball to help them come out with late-game victories. Luck led a final drive to give the Colts their first and only lead of the game. It was the only lead they needed in a narrow one-point victory.